like his body is literally Heldrich body? There's no way this is second one. Ah, the pain. I think too much. I thought it's Isaac, not Johan. What do you mean? Wait, what kind of ability is that? Is that allowed? Oh! Why this is happening? He's transparent! You can't do this to me. You just can't. Can we not? This is not how endings work. You cannot do this game! Father Driva threw me with all his might as soon as I finished. I leaned on the table I've been thrown into. Refusing to be beaten, I saw the wicked priest looking at me as though he was staring at something inexplicably mysterious. He sounded befuddled, bewildered, and generally uncomprehending. Like, shifted over to him, but you like don't want him here, so it's like contradicting itself. I was right! So theory number 3, correct me if I'm wrong. It's right. This is actual body of Heldrich. And only his soul is separated. Holy shit, this ending is so amazing. This must be the best ending of this era. There's no way they're better, right? He placed a hand on his chest as if boasting about his faith in the Agnerbere. He confessed that the divine vessel was Reinhard Heldrich's body. Yeah, that's why it doesn't make sense to me like before, like because he like existed before. But yeah, I mean, if you think about this, you remember how I was confused by when I saw like Trifa picture in the backstory. He looked totally different, and I was like, is that Trifa? But it makes sense. His body got destroyed or died or something, and he got like sucked into this body or shoved into it, or like he himself chose to be in this body somehow, and Heldrich got like sealed away, and he's just occupying his body now. Is this an accident, or he like somehow managed to do this like how he wanted?
将来の器が穴だらけなら別のものに変えるしかないでしょう。私が知る限り究極の最強の完全たる不滅の器、それに己が祈りを投影し転化し、変身の渇望を具現化する。
So my theory from like previous episodes is, oh my god, is correct. What the fuck? I have so many. Oh my god. You remember how I said like, what if Trifa is like in his like third degree all the time? He's literally in his third degree. It's not like his body is a weapon. He transformed his body with the third degree and literally became Heldrich. He defied physics, he defied reality and became freaking copy of Heldrich. Holy shit, you can do that? How is that not a cheating? That's a cheat! You can't do that, this is not allowed! What? Are there any rules to this? Can like Ren become like Mercurius? I... The fuck?
故に私は代行なのだ。ハイドリ秘境の影として、もう一人の黄金として、私流のディエスイレを執行するツビリンゲ。あの方もそんなことなど見透かされておられる。
Because he is transcendent type. Holy shit.
言ったでしょう、藤井さん。
He confessed that even his own body was but borrowed gold. Divine vessel gazed down on my powerless body.
私を超えられない程度のものに、ハイドリ秘境の相手など務まらない。彼にとって私など試験の課題に過ぎぬのでしょう。
An obstacle he intentionally set up for himself. It was preordained so that he could so he would only descend to the mortal world once I or someone like myself would eliminate this man, his imitator.
ならばよし。私は永劫に難攻不落であり続ける。何度ザラトゥストラが現れようと、その都度撃滅し続けましょう。楽しませよと言われたのだから。
So okay.
踊るまでです。
So basically, Rhea is sealing away the three guys, like the top three, and Trifa is sealing away Heldridge. And Heldridge likes it? He is aware of that? Also, that means that this like thing repeated multiple times now already, from like Trifa says, like maybe like over like every 60 years or something, because last time we know the war was like in 45 and then something didn't went right, and then they failed. So that was last time probably we heard about like this. So in 45 there existed Zarathustra as well? That's what you want to tell me? Like you killed multiple Zarathustras already?
どんな敵も策謀も偶然でさえ跳ねのける。
But doesn't that mean it's like
壊れない。
if Zarathustra is like the replacement for Mercurius, and Trifa is basically replacement for Heldridge, it's basically like Mercurius trying to kill Heldridge. Like for some weird reason.
このバレリア・トリファを排除する。
Are they brothers?
起きない限り
I forgot. Do we have like
ハラは流出
a relationship between Mercurius and Heldridge established? Like, did we know this? I forgot. Like, we got like them introduced in the prologue. Did they told us like they're like maybe brothers or something, or just like he's like vice commander and the one is like the normal, like, you know, the god basically? I don't remember. You can let me know in the comments. Like, just yeah, just establish it for me, because I don't remember if it was told that they are like brothers or not, like Mercurius and Heldridge. Are they brothers or not? I forgot if it was like said or not.
ねえ、だから私は壊れてなどいないでしょう。理解に至ったようならば退場の時間です。さっきのセリフを返しましょうか。あなたは負けたのだ。己が弱さを転化したいならお好きなように。私は全てを飲み込む黄金の影だ。どうぞ遠慮なく私のせいにして恨めばいい。
He approached me, reaching his arm out, but just before he could grab my neck,
からさ、
I sighed to exasperation.
あんたはさっきから勘違いしている。
I didn't call him a loser because he shifted blame to Reinhardt and his own inability to escape the bastard's grip. That shit didn't matter.
あんたが転化しているのは
I returned his gaze with a glare and spoke up.
昔救えなかったっていうどこかの誰かに対してだろうが。
Ooh, hitting his boss. Hell yeah. Father Trifa, hands froze. Also, I like this face. I don't think I have Screenshot for the CG. So I'll just do this. Father Triva hands froze.
違うのか違わないだろう
Atoning, salvation, lack of choice. All he said about killing and resurrection at the infinitum.
全部初めの喪失にあんたは残らず転化している自分は逃げないと言ったな
In other words, deep down, running away was precisely what he wished.
いかにも苦行に耐えているって言わんばかりに本当はやりたくないのにってアピールしながらあんた何を笑ってんだよ
But Triva always smiled. That may have been a mask, but what lay behind was definitely not a smile, or not the face of suffering.
放棄してたぜ素のあんたは
I wouldn't let him deny that he was convulsing with laughter. At the very same time, he talked about the road of suffering.
本当は嬉しいんだろう
Okay, this is official. Triva is actually bad and fucked up guy. So yeah. He was likely so damn happy he couldn't take it.
その金メッキをかぶり続けられることが
The organic pleasure of being Reinhardt's substitute. The desire to change into gold. With that wish fulfilled, Christoph Lohengrin wanted to keep living in the dream. Funny. His like second name or second surname contains green. Because he's grinning all the time.
そんな下水本音をごまかすためにあんたは救済なんて抜かしながら転化してるだけなんだよ
Yep.
黙れ
His hand, which almost looked glued to the air, shook. His voice began trembling. Though the shell that was the divine vessel was invincible, what lay behind it was imperfect. If what I was saying was actually getting to him, then like hell I would shut up, Dumbus.
あんたの中には自己愛しかない黙れ
He punched downwards, but I jumped to the side, evading the blow. I knew he would beaten me up to hell and back, but while Tripa had ridiculously high defense, his attacks were nothing to write home about. It was true, it would be a trouble if he kept on hitting me, but at least I could still stand. If I'd say Kane or Wilhelm had hit me as many times as he did, I probably would have been dead by now. Yeah, probably. In other words, in there most likely lay the divine vessel weak point.
怒ったんなら本気出せよ神父さん
Although it was a thoughtfully risky bet, it was only my choice, my only chance of winning. He boasted a unique style of perpetually maintaining himself in Yetzirah's state, and all the attacks earlier were probably the extent of the powers in this state. I think it's his like Beriah actually, because like his body is literally Heldrich body. It's not just Yetzirah. In short, he wielded a dual blade that couldn't kill me with dozens of attacks. But in exchange, he had invisible armor, but I couldn't put a single scratch on it, no matter how hard I tried. However, since the Creation Figment was the ultimate trump card, it would perhaps swap his attacks and defense once activated. I still think his body is the third degree though. If not, then I'm confused. How this body can be... Unless it's like... I mean, he transformed himself like into like looking like Heldrich. From backstory, he looked totally different. It must be third degree. He's already in the third degree. Ren is wrong here. There's no way this is second one. There's just no way. It doesn't make sense otherwise how, like, why this body would be Heldrich. Unless the theory about, like, him occupying Heldrich's actual body. But he said he's his duplicate, so I think like he created this body. The pain. I think too much. In exchange for the unparalleled sword, he would be stripped of armor. So I had to get him to draw that sword. It was only way.
私の愛児たちに転嫁しながら破壊に酔っているだと。
Yes.
だってそうだろ。
I pointed my finger at Father Trifa.
お前のそれがラインハルトの体なら。
The bastard attribute was destruction.
お前がラインハルトになりたいんなら。
Then he too must have craved apocalypse.
認めろよ。あいつの真似事が楽しいんだろ。違う。じゃあ。
I guided my finger to the other side of the room.
あの人を救おうってのは本当にあんたの愛かよ。
Pointing at Rhea. Okay. I think this is the higher. This is actual full body CG, I think. I think we had last time like being cropped like shorter. We see her fingers now and like hands. Yes, I was pointing at none other than Himuro, who had been silently watching our fight all this time. She was not the kind to show emotion on her face, but that didn't mean she had no feelings. She regarded her father figure with firm, resolute and trembling but unwavering eyes, trying to figure out what the man was who was trying to save her wanted. Could he really?
あんたは胸張って言えるのかよ。
Could he say for sure that the reason he was trying to prevent the castle from emanating was because he cared for Himuro and wanted to protect her?
私は
The towering frame of the priest wavered, his shoulders trembling, as his imploring eyes fixed on Himuro.
私はあなたを愛している。そうだ、愛しているのだ。間違いない。
Okay.
決してハイドリ秘境のアニマに引きずられているわけではないと証明するためにもこの儀式を。
What do you mean by anima? Like his spirit, basically?
じゃあ
Himuro finally spoke up.
次の時はどうするの？
Next time. So Rhea is basically already thinking that like Trifa will succeed and like start a new cycle.
え？
あなたは繰り返すんでしょ？じゃあ次の増年金とは誰？
Someone king.
私の子供？それとも孫？
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
私を愛してくれるなら私の血を愛してはくれないの？ねえ、どうなの？
それは。
Hunter Trifa answered in a trembling voice, stepping back as though trying to run away.
増年金とは必ずしも即死するわけではない。イザークがベルリン崩壊の後にも存命し、あなたへ通じる子を残したことか。
Okay. Okay. Info. Incomplete stolen kind. Okay. Isaac lived long enough after the fall of Berlin to father the line that birthed you. So Sonnenkind and Rhea are basically descendants of Isaac, actually. Okay, we have this clarified at this point. The father, the line. Okay, so he's not like direct father. Okay. Okay.
いや、しかし。
Was trying truly that simple? Was everything truly that simple? Himuro question had made him realize a fatal pitfall in his plan.
もしもあの少女が死んだらどうなる？いや、たとえ生きていても、 ここで藤井さんを殺してしまえば、彼女は子など産もうとするまい。
Yeah, like the imperfect Sonnenkinds will not rise because imperfect Sonnenkind will not have a kid with Ren. So they will not create another like offshoot from the pure bloodline Sonnenkinds. Like, what is this? We have like branching like families that are like developed to be sacrifices. Basically, we have like Sonnenkind main line of the family, and then we have like half-breed Sonnenkinds going like offshots, and they're like sacrifices for Trifa plan. What the fuck is that like setup?
ヨハンの血脈はついえる。
Wait, now it's Johann? Wait, okay, wait. I thought it's Isaac, not Johann. What the... I need help. Oh my god. This is definitely 2 episodes. I have too much things like in my brain. Oh my god. Incomplete Sonnenkind, that's right away. Isaac to father the birth line of you. Okay, so Sonnenkind is definitely like the main family of Isaac are Sonnenkinds. But Johann bloodline will come to an end. Is Ren from Johann bloodline then? That's what you mean? What? Meaning the end of cycle he spoke of will never come to pass. I'm confused. I need your help in establishing the family line here. I don't know, if you are on Discord, then you can also like, I don't know, like draw it in paint if you don't want to explain this to me in the comments or down below with words. But yeah, for like comment about this would be like very appreciated for like everyone else who will like come through this like episode and will be just confused just as me. I'm trying to understand the like family lines here.
結局
Cause like so she's like definitely the offspring of like main Sonnenkind family, and she's like the descendant of Isaac. But then they say that incomplete Sonnenkind is Kasumi. Okay, wait, so Kasumi is from Johann. So it means that at some point... Okay, so Isaac have the pure Sonnenkinds. And then we have Johann. Oh, I think I get this. Because Johann and Isaac are from the same mother. And Isaac been like... chose to be... He had the powers, basically, right? And Isaac been chosen by like Heldrich or whatever or something like the sacrifice. He was chosen as a sacrifice, so he was chosen as the first Sonnenkind, basically. First Sonnenkind for the ritual. He survived that. He became part of the castle of Heldrich. Johann left because he was like useless, basically, right? But he still had the blood of like Lisa, and that means that he was like partially Sonnenkind as well in the way, right? So Isaac survived for a little while, and he fathered the next in the line to be next Sonnenkind. And now it's like later it's Rhea. Rhea is just pure Sonnenkind bloodline. And Kasumi is off-branch from Lisa family, that is Johann. That's why she's like incomplete Sonnenkind, because he had no powers, but he was still like from the Lisa blood. So he was like partially Sonnenkind as well. Am I right? I don't know anymore. Oh my god, this is so good. I love it. I'd hesitated whenever I should say it in front of Himuro, but in the end, she beat me to it herself. If Father Trifa killed me here and used Kasumi, one of the bloodlines would end regardless. Killed me and used Kasumi? There's no other way he would have overlooked something simple as that. One of the bloodlines would end. I guess that makes sense. Because if Kasumi survives, then she cannot have a kid with Ren. So they won't have like Sonnenkind substitute. He will have no Sonnenkind substitute for future. So we'll have to sacrifice Rhea next. Unless she will have a child. If not, then he will sacrifice her. And the bloodline of Sonnenkind will end. Am I right? I'm so confused. I don't know. Which is it?
あなたは私を死なせないという形が欲しかっただけなんだね。私の気持ちなんかまるで考慮していない。暴流が消えたら私に作らせるつもりなんでしょう。二人以上産ませて敵が悪い方を使う気なんだ。逆に。
Oh my god. That is true, yeah. Like he would force her. He would have like two kids. She would have like two kids, just like Lisa. And instead of using Isaac, who was better Sonnenkind basically, he would use the inferior one. So in the past, if he would just like get the situation into the past, then Trifa would use Yonach as the castle soul instead of Isaac basically, and the roles would be switched. This is so fucked up.
ダメだよ。
She glanced at me and then continued.
藤井君を死なせたら私だって相手がいなくなっちゃうもの。
Yeah, she wants Ren. Yeah, we know that.
ねえ、だから八方塞がりじゃない。
Himura's voice was admonishing, her desire to persuade Trifa, sipping through every word. I mean, it's not like he lost, right? Like, he can still, like, kill Kasumi. If he kills Kasumi and open the stuff and do stuff, then, well, Rhea can have kids with Ren, and that will, like, create offsprings for Trifa to, like, repeat the thing again. Literally, like, Ren must survive. This is the only thing that there must be, like, taken at this point. Because Ren can have, like, kids with any of these too, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. He was probably speaking to protect me and Kasumi, and above all else, save Father Trifa. No matter his motives and methods, she couldn't bear to watch the man who was trying to protect her be consumed by madness. Thinking it was her last chance and changed his mind, she earnestly urged him to give up. However,
なるほど。
with an ominous composure, Valeria Trifa spoke in the lowest of voices.
であればいい案が。
Okay, what's the idea? What in the world was going on in his head? Is this what I said? Is it what I said? Like he's going to kill Kasumi and force Rhea and Ren to have two kids, and he will just use the inferior one?
というよりもここに至るまで思いもしなかったのが不思議。
We fucked up.
あなたに感謝しましょう、テレジア。やはり私は純粋にあなたのことを思っているのだ。
Holy shit, this face. Wow. This is scary. Wow. Swelling in Inauspiciousness, appealing mask. Once his normal smile faded, a look of undiluted madness overcome Father's trivial expression. Ed then hit me. I couldn't let him continue speaking.
先輩逃げろ
He's going to kill Rhea first, like... Why? We just, like, concluded that he don't want to kill her. What the... What do you mean? Why? Is it like he's like understanding that he cares only about Rhea and he wants to be detached? So she will like not interfere with his plans anymore, so he will just like kill her to get rid of the like obstacle basically to his plans, and he will just continue to use the Yonah offsprings, the imperfect Sonnen kinds. He don't need the main line, he just need the optional line. He don't need like pure Sonnen kinds for this. So he just kills Rhea and just breed the Yonah kids. What's happening in this game? Shifa easily dodged my rush attack and landed right next to the dumbfounded Himuro. I immediately struck back and gave a chase, but I was too late. Thunder Drifa had already opened his mouth. Say it! So he's not trying to kill her? So what are you going to say to her? Like, what can happen? Repulsive words crowd forth from his mouth. Cover your ears and don't listen to him. He's like a father to you, isn't he? His Columbus egg would shatter his very world. Her very word. What?
私の愛が真実私のものであると証明するにはもはやそれしかありません。
Uh-huh. Okay, he's charging up. Some cross attack. That's probably the thing that was like flying through the hallway in the school, right? Like we saw like light, and then Himura was like gone in the school, like she was teleported or something. My slash failed to reach him, and by the time it finished his hollow arc, he had already spoken the forbidden words.
私の子を産みなさい、テレジア。
What? How does that work? How does that work exactly? You cannot just like that give her child. Like Trifa, you like not following steps. And as he spoke,
親愛なる白鳥よ。
Okay, he's 3rd degree Wi-Fi pregnancy. What the fuck? You can just like connect with Wi-Fi to the girl and just make her pregnant. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what kind of ability is that? What? So he was like actually in the 2nd degree all the time? So my like body fury, I don't know what kind of think about his body now. Oh my god.
この角笛とこの剣と指輪を彼に与えたまえ。
Horn, sword and ring. He drew his sword. Valeria Trifa was confident of his victory, invigorated by the joy of being finally released from the many years of anguish.
この角笛は危険に際して救いをもたらし、この剣は恐怖の修羅場で勝利を与えるものなれど。
He loved the girl, he loved Theresia, he wished to protect her. As a man once destroyed by the love of oneself, he could not take a step forward before proving that feeling was absolute, and that was what he would do. Since his earliest days, the Obsidian Round Table had one big mystery. Who in the world was the father of the first Sonnenkind is? Yeah, that's what I thought. Remember how I said like in the first like episode, like I thought like maybe Trifa's actually like biological, like Rhea is biological child of Trifa. I was wrong. And oh right, but yeah, like basically Heldridge was the biological child, like father of Isaac, right? And since Trifa changed into Heldridge, that means in that time, in somehow Trifa is actually father for like Rhea. So he's like impregnating his own kid now. I don't know, like I'm not going to spoiler anything, but I heard this on my like current playthroughs on the channel, like similar principle. What? This had taken the secret to the grave, but considering the circumstances, a few things were clear. It had to have been him, no doubt about it. You mean Heldridge, not like actual Trifa, right? Or Trifa was actually back in the day. Or Trifa is Heldridge, but without soul. Maybe Trifa is Heldridge, but like part of his soul is that just detached? Like it's not like someone else, like Trifa is actually Heldridge. That's another theory. Like we have like Heldridge, then something happens and his like bad side, like terrible side is like detached. No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, don't never mind. And that's why Trifa had anguished. His love for Theresia was of the father to a daughter, and as such was his interpretation. He had been unable to determine whenever those feelings came from himself, his soul, or from him, his vessel. Okay, so this suggests the theory that the vessel is Heldridge's actual body and the soul belonged to Trifa. That's the current theory. But that no longer mattered. Who's Gottfried? I don't know. If this love was but a pollutant contaminating his flesh, then the act of incest should have been impossible. That was the swiftest, most reliable way of verifying the truth. What the actual fuck? Yes, indeed, he knew he was perfect. No flaw tainted his existence, he was not mad. In his current state, he would still save everyone and everything. He was not shifting the blame to the beloved children, those whose lives he had let slip through his fingers, far from it. He was perfectly capable of loving people. He could see the same things they did, hear the same things they did, cry as they did, and smile as they did. Oh my god, how he said this? That was amazing. So he wanted to drive his rival in love, from the stage right here and now. He knew full well that his said rival had been waiting for the moment a chink opened up in his armor, but... Realm of God. His opponent had already lost, or he had underestimated just how incredible this sword was. I'm trying to make a joke about his sword. None who witnessed it lived to tell the tale. What it must be? I'm not going to. No.
ゴルデネッシュバーンローエングリーン
Swan golden. Swan knight of gold. Okay, he just got like an erection. His sword is pointing up. I mean forward. I'm sorry, I had to, but yeah, this is amazing scene. I mean, he had madly craved to be someone else. The spreading golden light, and its shape was the spear of destiny that whole dredging himself had wielded. He also recreated his weapon? So wait, so Trifa is like... So we have like Trifa's soul, like Trifa personality being trapped in Heldritch body, and his third degree is creating Heldritch weapon. You can do that? Is that allowed? Can you be more OP than that? I mean, Heldritch probably is, but... What? Isn't that going to kill her though? It's not going to give her child, like... Trifa, what the fuck? The bout took but a moment, literally the blink of an eye.
見つけた。
What did you find? What? Why are we like switching to Kasumi now? What the hell? What was that? Something flashed? What? After a long search, Kasumi had finally found someone capable of putting a stop to the priest. What? He had been so deeply focused on the task, she hadn't perceived the conversation and the battle that had unfolded below her. But it was not mere coincidence. She had succeeded with that exact timing. Trifa had momentarily unfastened the Divine Vessel armor to summon the lance from the castle. Okay, so it's not like he created the castle. He literally took Heldritch weapon and summoned it. Okay! And the soul swirling within it held just what Kasumi needed. She might not have been the legitimate vessel, but it was only because she was the current Sonnenkind that she had been able to pull this off. Truly a miracle that only Kasumi could have created. Their voices reached him.
神父様。
The 10 flowers, holy shit! That the man had once chosen to be plucked as compensation for fleeing from his own shadow. Forever entrapped and swirling in the castle, they fired these very words at the man who had forsaken them. So she so Kasumi like waited like for the opportunity to like pull out like souls of these 10 kids from the castle somehow. I'm not going to pretend I understand how she did that. So they can like persuade him that...
泣かないで。
What? I hate this. How ridiculous.
いない
If they had cursed his name, he would have accepted it. If they had told him to fight, he would defeat even God. But what in the world was this?
哀れみだと
No word could describe the emotions that bloomed in him at the moment. In a way, it was indignation. In a way, it was relief. They had to hate him. He had committed an unforgivable sin. he had to repent for the rest of the eternity. He'd gone through these past 60 years under the one belief, that one assumption. He felt as though his motive for everything had shattered.
ならば私は何だ
He truly wasn't shifting the blame. If he truly wasn't using those poor children as an excuse, then wasn't he supposed to do his all to send the souls of his beloved children off to heaven, rather than trying to become gold? Overthrowing Reinhard Heldrich, he had merely been running away from that choice. His hesitation, the waverings in his faith, had been born from that. Oh! I thought he's like aiming this on Drea. But he pierced Ren with his sword, I mean lance. The Holy Lance ran forward, striking Ren. However, as doubts sprang forth in the user's craving to be a gold twin, the supposedly perfect, accurate and fatal spearhead missed by the slight margin. For only Reinhard Heldrich could properly handle the most sacred of weapons. All had gone amiss the moment his absolute devotion to become alternative gold was disrupted. The lance missed the core of Ren's soul. Oh shit! It pierced only one! Oh! Hi Mari, nice to see you again, but also why in the circumstances? Wait, his weapon can like kill souls directly? Wait, Ren is going to like lose his powers because Mari will die? Oh my god. The Maiden of the Twilight was torn away from her vessel, but there was a slight moment of time before her soul completely returned to her world. The guillotine itself was still in perfect form, though its spiritual density had gone thinner, it hadn't disappeared. It was not in the state to seriously injure the Knights of the Obsidian Round Table any longer, but with his armor now abandoned, Drifa had bore the fatal weakness. So he's just like a human now, so you can just like have normal sword and kill him. As such, even though he put his entire soul into judging it, the grip of a hand stopped him.
もう逃げないんでしょ
Oh shit. Whoa, I didn't expect it, like, Rhea to actually stop Drifa from escaping death. Oh, for fuck's sake, both of them! Oh! Why this is happening? Oh my fucking... What is this game? I like Rhea! Why are you doing this to me? What a scene, though. Holy shit. That act spelled the conclusion of the battle. What the actual fuck? Also, yeah, if you're like watching this, then it's like second episode, because I'm on like 2-hour mark of like this recording session, by the way, because I just cannot stop reading. My sense of self was collapsing. I was losing all sensation. And also we lost Mari. Wait, he's losing he's transparent! What is... I felt a scorching pain in my chest that tried to bake my very consciousness, but I could still tell my weapon had found its target. I had pierced Valeria Trifa. Once he shifted his powers from defense to attack, I had screwed the supposedly indestructible divine vessel. But that was all I could tell. He didn't know about Rena. Yeah, he still thinks she's okay. Also, he's disappearing, just like... Is this like... He's like dying just like LDO members? Like he's like going to just disappear? Or like he was like so connected with Mari that Mari just torn out his own soul basically together with herself. Where was she? What happened to Mari? Was I standing my own feet? Answer me. Where are you? The moment my blade vanished, I lost all of my senses. You can't do this to me. You can't. This is illegal. You cannot do this to me, game. You cannot throw CG like that at me at this moment. And with this music. You just... I can't even tell if like... How do they look to you? You can let me know in the comments. I cannot tell. Do they look like loving family? Like Rhea is like crying because she's losing her father. And he's like smiling because it's like the end and like he will not like hurt Rhea anymore. Or are they looking like the pair of lovers to you? I don't know, it's... I don't know. The black blade, piercing their bodies, turned into particles of light and vanished. But the two of them kept standing there without bulging in the slightest. As though they were nesting up to each other. As though they were keeping the other from running. Standing amidst the welling stench of blood, both of them broke out into self-mocking smiles. Oh.
どうして逃げなかったの?
Her grip held no power at all to hit this man. Shaking or knocking her away should have been as easy as breathing, yet...
なぜ?
Trifa answered with a troubled face.
手をですね。握られると逆らえない。前に振りほどいて後悔したことがあったので。
Ah, fuck.
そう。
We both fatally wounded. There was very little difference in endurance between Rhea, who was no stronger than a normal human, and Trifa, who had lost his armor. It was only natural that the holes in their chests were a tunnel leading straight to death.
ねえ、さっきのは本気?
But there was not a single hint of pain on Rhea's face. Trifa was the same, nor did it seem like he regretted his defeat.
私にあなたの子供を産めって。
Wow, I thought like she would ask that about like loving her, but she's actually asking about this. I don't even know what to think about this anymore. Like,
さあ、どうなのでしょうかね。
now that he thought about it, perhaps he had said that he had been in the state of mind of a Touré family fairly mad nonsense after all.
想像するだけでなんだか気持ち悪いんだけど。
Yeah, can understand you, Rhea.
ええ、私も。
Yeah.
さすがにありえないと思いましたよ。我ながら。
Why does the mix is so good? He could never do something like that. They were family.
申し訳ない。どうもあなたたちが眩しくて、少し錯乱してしまったようだ。
Wow, they are still themselves, even like at the end, like, wow.
私の愛が私のものであると証明し、罪を償うならば一つしか選択はなかったのに、なぜ気づかなかったのだろう。なぜ目をそらしたのだろう。真に立ち向かうべきものは何なのか、わかりやすすぎるほど良然なのに。ああ、結局、私はまた逃げたのだ。藤井さんの言う通りですよ。まったくみっともない男ですね。あなたも。こんな私に付き合うことなどなかったのに。
だって。
What else was there for her to do?
また逃げないか。見張っておかないといけないから。
Yeah, you had to stop him.
一緒に私が言ってあげる。今言ったこと、口先だけじゃないんでしょ。
What he truly should have faced. They would soon be going toward the truly evil and truly demonic lie. The real perpetrators, all their woes. Their mass decreased as though they were being swallowed into the hole pierced through their chests. The gate that summoned the Holy Lands became the cavity that began to absorb them back into the Devil Castle. In that moment,
ごめんね、藤井君、綾瀬さん。
so they going to still live, but like in this dimension with Helrich and the other three? She ended up forcing them into painful roles.
信じてるから。
She had faith the two would I cannot read. Oh my god. She got faith the two would one day set them free.
私も戦う。
ええ。いつか、いつの日か。
They dream of a time when Reinhard Heldrich and Karl Kraft, the two pillars of all things demonic and evil, could be defeated.
また会おうね。
The two of them vanished as they nestled up to each other. At that moment, the chains binding Kasumi popped off. She looked down as she fell, and right below her was... You can't jump from fucking sad to like sad. Also, I was sure Ren disappeared. Can we not? I was waiting for her there.
私本当にどうしていいかわからなくて。
I didn't know what I should say to him either.
頑張ろうって思って頑張ったけど、私バカでやっぱり全然 頭悪くて。
Rather than everything going down like I had hoped, he had come to this horrible close.
ごめんね。
I got too lost in myself and couldn't see anything happen around me. And by that time, I finally By the time I finally came to Rea was gone. And Mari had vanished, so he lost Mari like I predicted. Like, Trifa destroyed Mari's soul entirely.
私なんでこんなにあんたの役に立たないんだろう。
I mean, if not for you, then you would be dead. You pull out the kids from the castle. I felt so pathetic. I wanted to crawl into a hole and die. And yet at the same moment I was...
レンが生きててよかった。
You can't make sad scene and put this into the sadder scene that is also a happy scene. You cannot do that. That alone overrode all of my emotions with happiness. The warmth embracing my chest felt so real that I was shamelessly full of relief. I hated that side of me. I couldn't forgive that side of me. But I wanted to be... I didn't want to be apart from Ren. This was unbearably, inexcusably, and unbearably selfish and dirty side of me. Why was I such a helplessly pathetic excuse for a person? I heard Ren's voice. I could feel him clinging to and squeeze my shoulders. It all proved we were alive. My heart almost burst from the love I felt for him. I didn't want to die, and I didn't want him to die. And we're alive, at the cost of the sacrifice far too great. Oh my god, he's going with this. He's finally ready. He could have said anything at that moment, and I wouldn't have given a damn.
知ってたよ。
Yep. Yeah. I already knew, so please don't suffer anymore.
全部わかってるから。
Don't ask me for how long.
私レンが好きだよ。
It didn't matter what my father had been, what he'd been thinking, or where Ren had come from.
私にとってレンはレンなんだもん。ずっと一緒にいたいんだもん。
If you think about this, it's basically two murderers just loving each other. It's kinda... What an irony, right? Basically two murderers aim to be together at the end. What the fuck? So let's go home, okay? Let's go back to our home.
そっか。俺バカみたいだ。
そんなことない。
I was a fool. I was the one beyond help.
氷室先輩は
Now he realizing what happened. Because...
先に帰っちゃったよ。当てられちゃうって。
Wow. Now is Kasumi the one who's lying to Ren. Wow. The size changed. I was the kind to tell the flimsy lies that would be exposed immediately.
マリーはあの子説明すると長くなるけど
I will listen. I will listen to anything you wanted to say later, so...
お前はどこも怪我して。
大丈夫だよ。
So please, Ren.
俺もお前のことがすげえ好きだ。お前を救えて本当に。
そんな。
Don't try to act tough by talking like those are your last words. No. You cannot kill Ren here. No. I mean, he is heavily injured by Riva. No. No, this is not how... This is not how endings works. You cannot make happy ending and then sad ending. Just decide on one.
言わないでよ。
Don't pass out on me.
起きるよね。
No, this is happening. This is actually happening. You are gonna wake up again, right? You are not gonna leave me, right?
レンがいないと頑張った意味がなくなっちゃうよ。
I made a lot of mistakes and had a ton of things I wouldn't ever be able to make up for.
あんたが見ててくれないと私
I didn't even know what I was saying anymore.
一人にしないで。
I too started to black out. My arm still wrapped around Ren's neck. Whoa! That's the thing that she saw! You cannot do this game! You cannot give me like emotional freaking like stuff and then you just throw at me like skeletons with like buildings inside. You can see like these things here. I don't know how to call these. And here, is this the castle that they mentioned? I mean, this is like a building, right? This thing. Like you have like this and like these towers. And then there's like chains. The beating of heart echoed across the now still chamber of the Obsidian Round Table. It did not belong to a human. It was the quickening of the Devil's Castle. Those swirling within the laughing. Wait. Sonnenkind died. 8 swastikas opened. Heldrich is coming back. I just thought about this. Rhea died. Sonnenkind just died. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's the end of the world. What a farce. How splendid. Indeed, it was truly amusing. Then what shall you do? What is your wish? We still draw breath. Will you continue this war? Or will you give up on our defeat? Depending on your answer, the main event may lay on the morrow. Who is he speaking to? We still draw breath. I guess he mean it's like Heldrich. So Heldrich and his free top, I guess. Do you want to continue or you want to give up on our defeat? What shall you do? What will you do? Make your choice. And bless me with the light of the unforeseen. Was that the voice of Heldrich or not? I'm not sure. I never heard him laughing like that. I don't know if that was Heldrich or not. Bombing, splitting laughter. The unit of over 1 million war demons locked down upon the tragic scene with a scornful smirking on its lips. It breathed love, licking up the tears of the tender soul in its jaws. It violated it. As she listened to the beating of the heart of the absolute evil they should have truly faced. So that was the Eldritch High. Hey, I forgot you are alive. I thought you will be like up until the end. You will be just like lying upstairs and just crying. But you are apparently back. Kay, who had seen the whole thing from the start to finish, finally became aware of what it was she had to do. Okay, what she's going to do? The curtains closed with a dry sound. Having successfully blocked the setting sun, Kasumi turned back to the dim hospital room. She going to open the 8th one?
ちょっと待っててね。電気つけるから。
That's Kasumi voice. Oh, she took Kasumi to her hospital. Wait, okay. So good ending? But Ren die? Or not? What's up? And with a click, the room was flooded with light.
ねえ。
Okay, they both survived?